But when it comes to Chris Kreider, obviously the fact that he scored 4 goals in 3 games and 3 power play goals, and the Rangers power play has now gone 4 games without scoring and 1 game with power play goals, and I think they're at like 14%. But you're going to see fans saying, "Oh man, we could use a guy like that." Do you still think it was right to move on from Kreider? Because even though Kreider's having success in Anaheim, I still think it was the right thing to do.
Yes, I still will maintain they didn't go about it in the right way.
I agree.
How last season went and how some of the veterans who have been very loyal to this organization have been treated, but that's water under the bridge. I think once you start down that road, you have to finish it. And I give Chris Drury credit for finishing what he started, but he can still play. He can still score goals. He was lost a little bit in the shuffle and hurt a lot of last season, but he does what he does. He is a guy whose commitment to staying in shape and being obsessive about maintaining his level into his 30s. He's arguably a better player now in his 30s than he was in his 20s, when he was a little bit more aimless. He knows what he does well, and he does it. Is there a chance he'd be doing that if he were still a Ranger? Of course. I think him and Mike Sullivan had a great relationship, but I don't think that was the relationship that mattered most. The fractured relationship with the front office and maybe ownership was really the key thing, and the Rangers had to move on. So two things can be true. It's not ideal to not have Chris Kreider on that power play, but also there was probably no chance it was going to work if he was still here.